Hi, I'm Lori Azzarello, founder of Reflex-OIL-ogy. Reflex-OIL-ogy, for just a time such as this, is an effective tool that can help you locate and direct your attention to any specific body parts that we now know are affected by the coronavirus. Now, I've been a reflexologist for a very long time, about 30 years, and I know regular reflexology can help our immune system stay very strong. And I also believe that God did not create us with a spirit of fear or leave us helpless when such a time as a pandemic arises in our lives or whenever we face any physical challenges. So I also believe He created the plants, the trees, the herbs to be medicines for all the nations. And then He named the bottom of your feet your souls. So to help you give direction to your paths. And I believe we can anoint our feet to help us protect our bodies from pathogens. So I really pray and hope that these video instructions that you receive now will bless you and keep your household safe and healthy. Reflex-OIL-ogy for a time just like this. So what is Reflex-OIL-ogy? Reflex-OIL-ogy uses therapeutic grade essential oils on the reflexes of the feet using the American Standard Method, or Ingham method, which uses an on-off impulse. So using an on-off thing is like flicking a light switch, energizing your body through the bottom or the soles of your feet. This will create, usually when people put an essential oil on their feet, a lot of times what they do is they just will put it on their feet and rub it in. And basically what you're doing is you're putting essential oils on the musculature of your feet. When you use Reflex-OIL-ogy, you're going to create an energetic pathway, which is going to push the therapeutic value of the essential oils up into the body that you're intending it to go to. For example, here we're working on the lung aspect of the feet. So using a pure therapeutic grade essential oil carries a frequency, it has nutrients, it has naturally occurring constituents that the body knows how to use within its organs and its glands and its body's parts. So when we put that on the bottom of the feet, we're sending a frequency, a vibration, a wave pattern that carries the oil into these body parts. Now, we work the reflex areas, and if there's tenderness in those areas, then you may feel what we refer to as simply congestion. And congestion can be toxicity in any forms, from the foods that we ate, the air that we breathed. But what we're talking about right now is this virus. And so we oftentimes don't pay attention to the tenderness on our feet, but believe me, our feet are talking to us. So when you're working your own feet or that of your partners today, make sure you use enough pressure so that you can actually feel some tenderness. And if you can just feel pressure, that means you're okay in that area. But be consistent and go deep enough working through that musculature of the feet. Now we're going to talk a little bit and work a little bit today on our sinuses. So this is the area that is most susceptible to this virus. The sinuses are cavities within our skull, underneath our cheekbones, in our forehead, and behind our nose. Now, on our feet, these are reflected on our toes. The toes reflect the head. Okay, underneath your little toe is going to be your lung area and also the shoulder and lots of different things. But today we're focusing just on our heads and the drainage into our throats. So the neck of your toes is going to be your throat, and then your pad of your toes is going to represent your head. We need to work to make sure our sinuses are always clear, because otherwise bacteria or mucus in there is going to be a nice nurturing food ground for this bacteria and this virus to grow into. So if you can get your foot onto your lap, that would be most beneficial. Remember, we're going to be working both feet, but the video will show you one foot, so you can go back and do your other foot afterwards. And if you have any of the essential oils listed, these are single oils, so that whatever essential oil company that you use. My favorite is Young Living, and they have a lot of different blends that you could also use for the respiratory system. But these are singles oils, and definitely not a complete list, because there are many oils. And so just as there are many, many plants that God created for us. So to work your own toes, just get your foot up on your lap. And then what you're going to be doing is I like to work with the tip of my thumb. And as I bend this first joint of my thumb, I'm pressing and lifting my toe that I'm working on. As I bend, I press in and pull the toe over. So I get a lot of traction, a lot of bang for my buck here, okay? Now you can work with either thumb, either hand, it doesn't really matter, as long as you're getting that pressure in there. And I notice a lot of pressure here for me. So notice the tender areas when you come down here. Start way down at the neck, lift the toe that you're working on, bend the first joint of your thumb, and kind of walk the thumb as you're pulling the toe over. You can work as many lines as you want, and you will feel some tenderness. So when I feel tenderness, then I'm going to take my essential oil, and I'm going to anoint all the toes. A little bit will go a long way, so I kind of spread it around. And then I continue to work with the essential oil, and oh, what a difference that makes. So you can just keep working. Now, if you don't feel a difference with that oil, maybe you need a different oil. We're working on the sinuses. So remember to do both feet. So now remember, if you're not feeling any difference, could be you're not using pressure. If you have nails, try using the side of your thumb rather than the tip of your thumb. But make sure and bend the toes more into your working thumb. So that will help you a little bit. And if one oil doesn't work for you, try another oil. God gave us lots of plants to choose from. So hopefully, here's some advice for the coronavirus. Hopefully you will stay at home. But if you must go out, make sure you use your social distancing of 6 feet, as we know. Wash your hands for 20 minutes with a foaming antiseptic soap, and clean all your surfaces with an antiseptic cleanser. And I will say add a few more, like pray. We can always pray, be grateful for what we have, and count our blessings. Avoid junk food at this time, sugars and inflammatory foods and drinks, and move a little bit, okay? Get up and do some stretches, move a little bit. And most of all, apply some Reflex-OIL-ogy to yourself and to your loved ones. Why not? It's time to do some soul work.